Tonight, one of those patients is speaking out to Fox 2 about the unnecessary treatment she endured, turning her life upside down. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack live with this story. Tell us what happened here, Jessica.
Taryn and Roop, we have been following this story. We learned this week that the doctor was accused of overprescribing painkillers. Well, we learned tonight he's accused of overprescribing other medications, too. We interviewed a local woman who says that he was treating her, medicating her for seizures. About 6 months later, when she went to seek a second opinion, those doctors said she never had any seizures at all.
How many times did he ruin somebody's life doing this?
This week, thousands of patients like Elizabeth Dew learned her former neurologist got arrested.
What was your reaction?
I just started crying.
This 78-year-old with a clinic in Taylor accused of overprescribing medication, painkillers, insurance fraud, and now looked at for sexual misconduct with his patients, possibly in this bizarre bedroom at his clinic. Elizabeth was referred to the doctor in 2018 after having an episode similar to a fainting spell. She says he diagnosed her with seizures after one test and put her on medicine. She immediately started to have severe side effects from the meds.
I was like trapped in my body and I couldn't get out.
It resulted in seeing the doctor every couple weeks for 6 months.
I would go and say, I can't be on this. I'm like having a bad reaction to it. And so he had prescribed me something else. It was like every 2 weeks it was something else.
Unable to drive, couldn't work.
I almost lost everything I owned. I had to sell my car, almost lost my apartment. I mean, I was dead broke.
In an almost immobile state from the medication.
My grandkids were like, what's wrong with Nana? And that broke my heart.
Her family urged a second opinion, which she got from the Mayo Clinic. Doctors there said she is not having seizures and never has had one.
It was all the medicine that was causing it.
Although Elizabeth was not prescribed painkillers, she says she witnessed them being doled out and sold, which tracks with what Taylor police say.
People were coming up here and getting their pain pills and then selling them right there, but they weren't even leaving the parking lot.
Seems like every day we learn something new about this case. The case even took a turn for investigators at Taylor Police who are heading up this investigation. Once it went public earlier this week, their phones started ringing off the hook. As of right now, there are 12 former patients who are accusing the doctor of sexual misconduct. We're talking 12 potential victims, so possibly even more charges than originally thought. We will, of course, stay on top of this story. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
My goodness, Jessica, it just shows how many layers are to this case. But going back to the prescription and the false diagnosis, I mean, I guess it just shows you have to be your own advocate. I mean, she wasn't even having seizures and she was getting prescribed this medication. Could there be others? It sounds like there could be.
Absolutely. And the worst part was she said he made her look like a fool. She put all of her trust in this doctor. We're talking about a neurologist, you know, the best of the best. She put her trust in this man and she was kicking herself. She said, I wish I would have got a second opinion later. But thankfully, she went to the Mayo Clinic where they sorted it all out.
And hopefully she's doing much better now. Jessica, thank you for the update.